Jonathan, you are a star. I want to tell my viewers, in fact, no, it's better that you tell the viewers
Absolutely.
what these are, because they're very special.
Yes, so these are original Purcell called the Shooter, worn by Steve McQueen and the likes. And basically, I sold these to you some 6 years ago now.
Yeah, you saw me coming, quite literally. Hey, I was walking by the window, and he's the best salesman on the planet. You can see all my glasses come from Jonathan, and he literally dragged me in, and he said, I've got something for you. That's what you did.
That's what we did. Yeah, and our relationship has grown from there.
It has bloomed.
So basically, we put David's prescription in here with an ordinary brown lens to begin with. And so this time, with the prescription change, what we've done is we've just put a nice sapphire blue tint graduated down across the lens to make David look even cooler.
Even cooler. So they've got to be 60 years old.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
60, yeah. And the Ray-Bans.
Purcells.
Purcells, not Ray-Bans.
No,
Do you know, for 6 years I thought these were Ray-Bans.
Purcells.
People have said to me, they're cool. I said, they're Ray-Bans. They're what?
Purcells.
Purcells.
The Shooter.
Never heard of them. Have you heard of them? Let me know. Honestly, I haven't heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, you know about these things better than me. And here they are with the old lenses in, the brown ones, before the new blue ones. And just to let you know, they are indeed Ray-Bans, because Jonathan called me when I got home. He said, David, I can't believe it. Of course they're Ray-Bans. He made a mistake. I've made much bigger mistakes than that. What do you think?
Super cool. Love the tint. Look outside, look at the blue sky, it's gorgeous.
Actually, that's really, because my eyesight's really deteriorated in the last 6 years. I think it's a lot of editing, painting, close work. It's really...
Well, this graduated lens has got a different design, it's got another aspect to it, if you like. Because if you imagine, if this lens was dark all the way down, and you had a varifocal in there, it darkens the light for when you're reading. So when we do this graduation, it lightens it up for your reading section. So when you're outside...
I can see that. I can see that. Okay, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I never ask a price. How much have you charged me for this?
So the frame originally was $250.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the lens is £150.
150. So 150 quid thereabouts.
Yeah.
The change
in
when
prescription.
Yeah.
When it changes, and then you've got your best vision in your glasses.
Hey, these are great. Now, are you selling vintage glasses still or not?
Not as much. I used to sell Kings of Past, they were called. They came over from Canada.
What are they, vintage ones?
They were vintage. They'd buy up all the old vintage models, and so you'd have a selection. So you could see all the different ranges. Yeah. However, they've gone now. So
I see. So do you get them occasionally?
Occasionally, I get people dropping them in.
Yeah.
For example, let me just have a look.
Isn't this just the most perfect shot? Jonathan, what was this before you took it?
So, up to 1970, it was the Royal Parade Pharmacy.
Pharmacy?
So, the likes of Agatha Christie.
Of course. She certainly would have been in here.
I was told the ledger in there had her name in it.
Oh.
Could you imagine? I've rummaged so. I've been under the floorboards everywhere.
Have you? That would be if you could find a photograph, because we're in Harrogate.
Well, we get crime writers all the time up at the Swan Hotel.
Yes, of course.
So it's just
built-in heritage. You are very lucky that you could get your hands on this place with the original fittings.
Oh, absolutely.